Correspondent Laura Engel joins us now, and she's, I know, like everybody else, been working her sources. This vehicle explosion, we know, Laura, 2 are dead, and we're trying to figure out exactly what else may have taken place. What have you learned, if anything?
Right. I've been talking with multiple law enforcement agencies, many of them retired, taking a look at this to kind of break it down and say what is happening right now. And of course, there is such a robust law enforcement presence in the northeast of the United States. So you're talking about highly specialized teams that are working in conjunction with each other with specialized equipment, either that are there now or heading that way. And, you know, we were just reporting on your show yesterday on this new report that the governor of New York was talking about, that the state was facing an increase and a threat of violent attacks. Is this related? We still don't know. But the New York governor, Kathy Hochul, as you mentioned, on her way and announced millions yesterday, millions of dollars in resources, some of that going to state colleges to monitor online chatter for hate speech and violent rhetoric, but also just overall for this type of situation. Here on Long Island, you know, we talked to a Nassau County executive who talked about bringing in extra police to this area for these very threats. But as we look at what's happening there at the border, and incredible pictures you're showing there from those cameras, you know, some of the law enforcement teams I've been talking to say, you know, when a vehicle explosion happens, the information comes out very slowly. And if it's a car bomb, people are giving up their lives. And many times that is for shock value. They're running into that toll booth. Are they going to be hurting a lot of people? The answer is no, unless there's a lot of cars in that area. So it's going to make news around the world. And whoever did this, if it was intentional, knew that, Connell. Yeah, that picture on the left side of your screen, which comes from Customs and Border Patrol, sources, Laura, gives us an idea of how much damage was done by this explosion. To go back to your reporting from yesterday on the threats specifically against New York, I remember from our conversation that there was nothing specific, right? They weren't, for example, worried specifically about one of the border crossings, Canada in particular. There was they didn't at least disclose to us anything that they knew about specific threats, did they? No, and we had tried to get that report in our hands so we could see exactly what these threats were. And of course, that report was not released publicly, and it usually never is. But overall, the violent threats that have been made, that have been picked up with intelligence, knowing that there is chatter going on, we don't know if this was a part of it. But there was a lot of concern about it, and that's why the governor came out and talked about these threats and talked about talking to your people, talking to your kids. If you see something, say something. We can't say it enough. I've done this story every single year I've been a reporter in New York about heightened security, the week of Thanksgiving. We talk about it every year with the parade, with the balloons being blown up in New York City. That is something that is often talked about. This is something very different, of course. So we haven't seen something like this in a very long time as it pertains to, you know, a toll area and especially a bridge at a border crossing. So as we wait for more information to come out and we lean on our experts with the FBI and retired and otherwise, to find out exactly what we can look for in these coming hours. I know you're well sourced in that department, so if you hear anything on your end, certainly get back in touch with us. But in the meantime, Laura, thank you. Laura Engel. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.